Yeah, we did that.
Okay, now this is my favorite part.
Okay.
The 4-5s.
All right.
And we'll do the West first, okay, because you already know why. Okay?
Yeah, save the best for last.
Yep, save the best for last. But the 4-5 in the West is the Heat versus the Thunder. Mm-hmm. And I already know, we can talk about this, but I already know.
4-5 in the West is the Rockets versus the Thunder.
That's what I said.
You said Heat.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
I like the Heat so much.
Yeah, you're excited.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited.
It's okay.
The Rockets versus the Thunder.
Yes.
Yeah. I said Heat last time.
But yeah, dude. Chris Paul against the Rockets. Russell, even though he has no hard feelings against the Thunder.
Yeah.
Russell against the Thunder.
I mean, James Harden versus the Thunder, dude.
Yeah, dude. Chris Paul versus James Harden.
Because James Harden hates the Thunder, right?
I don't know if he hates the Thunder.
He hates everything.
No, he doesn't care about anything. He's just like, give me
indifference is hate.
I get. I wouldn't say that. Yeah, but because like, I think he'd wanna. I don't think he even cares enough to have a vendetta against Chris Paul, but I think Chris Paul for sure is excited about this playoff series.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna go off. I think Chris Paul had that same effect on me that Kobe had, where it was like I hated him when he was playing, and then as the years went by, while he was still playing, I was respecting him more and more because I was like, he was a great player. It was just because
he kept beating the Kings.
Yeah, I just happened to be a fan of the team he destroyed all the time. Well, I can't even say he always destroyed us, but he was just a thorn in my fandom side.
Yeah,
and then it was very nice to see what the Kings did for him for his last
legacy,
his last game
against
them, where they did the intro. Look that up. And so, yeah, Chris Paul is that where like I loved him with the Hornets because he was on a team with Peja Stojakovic, one of the greatest Kings of all time. And so I watched that team. Chris Paul was amazing. He was one of my favorite players. He went to the Clippers. I kind of stopped liking him. His attitude was kind of rubbing me the wrong way after a while. And then as he went to the Rockets, he was getting older. I felt myself respecting him more, loving him more.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, he's one of those guys where I didn't like him, and then I loved him because he's just so good, so smart.
Yeah.
And that's all I want to see is, like, smart, good basketball.
And last year, I loved Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Oh, yeah, dude.
I loved Dennis Schroeder on the Hawks. When Schroeder was on the Hawks, he was the man of the team. And then he went to the Thunder, and he kind of maintained that same offensive presence.
Better.
Yeah.
He got better.
Yeah.
I honestly was not a big fan of him.
Really?
Yeah.
I loved his little fucking hairdo, dude. That little thing.
I did not.
You really?
It was Wiz Khalifa or whatever. No, I didn't like him that much with the Hawks. But I've found that he's gotten better.
Mm-hmm. Danilo Gallinari is like the Italian Duncan Robinson.
I love Gallinari, dude. He's a great shooter. And like he was one of those guys where he was younger, he was way more talented than people realize. He wasn't just a shooter. He was like a legit scorer.
Yeah.
And a good passer.
But he's a long-range three-point shooter.
Yeah, dude. And he's got that thing now where it kind of feels like he plays right now like a guy at the gym would play who has like a beer belly, like a gut. Like how he plays offensively.
Yeah.
Like the pump fake and then
I'm just like, that's me.
The pump fake, they fly by and then put up the ball slowly and then just drain it. And he's got this. He plays like he has a big gut, but he doesn't have a big gut.
Yeah.
But I love him.
Yeah. At the beginning of this year, I hated him because I believe the Thunder beat the Lakers in one of the first games I was watching.
I called it with my friends. I was like, the Thunder are going to be like great. Yeah. I said it. I don't have it on tape, unfortunately.
And the Thunder are the 5th seed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll say
people thought they wouldn't make the playoffs.
Yeah, no, I didn't either. At the beginning of the year the beginning of the season when we did our little we kind of like, I think it was just a verbal guess. We didn't write it down like the bracket we did. But I thought that the Thunder were out. I thought the Thunder were out. The Pelicans were in. And I was dead wrong, dude. But now that brings me to my point now where I think the Thunder will definitely take this series.
Okay.
I don't even want to talk about the Rockets. We could do it. I fucking hate the Rockets, dude.
Okay. We got to talk about why you hate the Rockets.
I do like the Rockets when they did the small ball thing. It's something different. They kind of like were going through insanity trying to do the same thing every fucking year, and it was not working. Yeah. But granted, they were always meeting the Warriors.
I mean, yeah, exactly. And when it almost worked, it was because of Chris Paul.
Yeah, and they got rid of Chris Paul.
Yeah. Chris Paul was the reason they almost beat the Warriors, one of the greatest teams of all time.
Yeah.
And so I bet that's why Chris Paul is kind of like, oh, you think getting rid of me is going to fix everything?
Yeah.
He was legit the reason they even had a chance of beating them. But
yeah. And the reason why they didn't is because he got injured.
Yeah.
You know?
Shai Gilgeous, he's a really good young player. When he was with the Clippers, I was like, ooh, he looks like he might be some trouble for the future greatest player in the NBA, De'Aaron Fox.
Devontae Graham. Yeah.
De'Aaron Fox. And then he got traded, and I was like, that's kind of sad because I was excited about the constant matches between Gilgeous and Fox. But yeah, Gilgeous is playing great. Gilgeous is really good. So yeah, I'm with you. I think the Thunder are going to win.
Yeah.
But who knows? Russell Westbrook might go off. I hope Russell Westbrook goes off. But if he didn't have the energy to keep up with Ricky Rubio, I don't know if he's going to be able to handle Chris Paul.
Yeah, Chris Paul is Ricky Rubio on crack, dude.
Yeah, crack and steroids.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
steroids. I'll cut the crack part out.
Okay.
Yeah, my bad.
I'll add some more. Crack, steroids, Adderall, all three at the same time. PCP.
Yeah, PCP, all that.
Yeah.
So I believe, and
God,
obviously, like what hasn't been said about the Rockets that has already been said. You know?
That hasn't already been said about a broken toilet.
I love it, dude. No, I mean, I did get happy about the whole small ball. I'm glad they got rid of Capella. Capella, his white hair thing, didn't like.
Schroeder,
not like Schroeder. Schroeder was that's up, dude.
Oh man, Schroeder. I
think if they got both on the same team, that's like some fucking Power Rangers shit, dude. You know what I mean?
Schroeder, yeah, because with Capella, it was like, with Schroeder, it's more concentrated, more like, more pure.
Yeah. I bet you Capella fucking dyes that shit, dude.
Yeah. See, Capella's like the crack of that hairdo, and Schroeder's cocaine.
Yeah.
But
more crack.
Yeah. But yeah, I think I forgot what I was saying because I was laughing.
Well, let's move to the Rockets. So the Thunder, we were speaking earlier about the young teams that will choke in the playoffs. Thunder do fall under the young teams category, but possibly. I think that the Chris Paul veteran leadership is insanely better than like a Udonis Haslem or Jimmy Butler for the Heat.
And Steven Adams is that veteran leadership for the bigs, where he's like, calm down, mate. We're all good.
Calm down, mate.
Mate.
Just headbutt him like Giannis did, Mike.
No, I don't even headbutt. Hey, man.
Nope,
he runs into me. Draymond told me that he hurt his foot kicking my balls. Yeah, I love Steven Adams, too. Yeah. He's one of the best players. Because, he's just like, always him. He's like, not too big a deal. I just love that. Great guy. Yeah. One of the best guys in the NBA.
I feel like Steven Adams finishes an NBA game and goes and plays rugby with his homies.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And then he's playing like he plays with little kids because like he's way bigger and stronger. But he's like, oh, good one. and rubs their head.
Also, I think we'll talk about this next week. I just don't want to talk about the Rockets. The Rockets are failing. They're failing.
We have to.
Yeah.
It could be quick though.
But
sorry, go.
Next week when we discuss the fact that the Thunder will be playing the Lakers, that is an interesting matchup to me.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I wasn't even thinking that far ahead. Yeah, that will be interesting.
And if I think the Thunder have a better chance of beating than the Blazers do.
The Thunder have a better chance of beating the Lakers than the Blazers.
Yeah. Granted, they don't have a lot of.
Who's the Thunder power forward?
Let me look it up for you.
Because for sure, Steven Adams got the centered thing down, where he'll grab the rebounds and all that. But I don't think Jeremy Grant can guard. I think it's Jeremy Grant. Jeremy Grant, I don't think.
Isn't Jeremy Grant on the Denver Nuggets?
Oh, you're right. He used to be on the Thunder.
Power forward.
That was a guy we forgot to mention for the Nuggets. Yeah. He's been playing really well. He's been hitting threes. Yeah. He's like more of a small forward too. So I don't know who's.
Roberson? No, Roberson's back.
Yeah, I saw that, but no offense. It doesn't matter.
Alexander?
This is what I'm saying. No one on the Thunder can guard Anthony Davis at all.
Okay, yeah. But I think that they can definitely outwit Anthony Davis.
Yeah. Chris Paul for sure.
I will say Anthony Davis is a very intelligent player.
Uh-huh.
But I think that he can be outwitted by the leadership of the Thunder.
Yeah.
And also the Thunder just lock in, dude, easy right now.
Yeah.
With Russell Westbrook, they were not locking in as hard as they are right now.
Mm-hmm.
Game by game.
Chris Paul is that guy who will like make you always do the right thing. Like he gets super frustrated because he's like, all you got to do is the right thing.
Yeah.
It's like, and then he makes you feel dumb for not doing your job, you know? Because he's like, it's simple. That's all you do. Why are you not doing it?
Yeah.
And that's why I love him. But dude, one thing I didn't even think about is going to be super cool to see Chris Paul go against LeBron.
Oh, yeah.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
That would be great to see, I feel.
Yeah.
But
so we'll talk more about that next week.
Yeah.
Or and when it's going to happen, dude. I feel I have no fucking hope for the Rockets.
Okay. But I just got to say about the Rockets, I love Covington.
Mm-hmm.
He would be a great Kings player.
No, well, is there a possibility that'll happen?
I don't think so. But like I do like him as an addition.
Scouting players.
Dude, I threw my hat on Twitter. I threw my hat into the ring to be the general manager for the Kings. I added the Kings and everything.
Honestly, I think that would be a great idea.
I hope they take it seriously because I'm not joking. I'm 100% not joking. but yeah, Covington, I like him as a player a lot. I think he's a good, very good piece for a team that, you know, just wants shooting and defense.
Yeah.
He like always leads the league in deflections. So like he's always around the ball, which is great. So I like him a lot. PJ Tucker, I love him, but I don't think he's as effective as, you know, he was the last couple years.
Yeah, I think that is okay. I saw this move. That's weird. I think PJ Tucker's a beast.
No,
I think Eric Gordon is a beast too.
Dude, yeah. I forgot about Eric Gordon. Gordon is just super underrated when he's playing good.
PJ Tucker is very aggressive in the paint.
Mm-hmm.
Shoots okay from three, not really that well, but Eric Gordon is a fucking sure shot from three.
Yeah, dude. And think about it. The Rockets had Beverly, Lou Will,
Dwight Howard.
I'm kind of taking Dwight Howard out of it. But they had Beverly, Lou Will, Eric Gordon, Montrezl Harrell, James Harden. Could have been PJ Tucker. If they gave him a little bit more time, dude.
Yeah.
That would have been a team for sure.
Yeah.
That would have been crazy. But yeah, I like PJ Tucker, but I don't think he's as effective anymore. I think he's a great locker room dude though.
Yeah.
I think he's going to stay in the league for longer than his talent.
He'll be like a Vince Carter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, you know, in the long run, not as good. But
yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to spread the hate. I just want to spread the hate.
I love Russell.
The Rockets hate.
I love Russell. James I like a lot, but I don't know. I just wish he was more of the Thunder James on the Rockets. Like he used to be a good defender and stuff.
Dude, at the beginning of the year, it looked like he was scoring insanely still.
Yeah.
But it looked like he was trying to like delegate who scores and as opposed to just give me the ball every fucking time. But he kind of like fell back into that rhythm. But the one interesting thing about the Rockets is their fatigue factor. There is no fatigue factor right now. I feel like they can really press like this is the beginning of the season at the playoffs.
You're right. And since they're playing small ball, they might have more energy than more teams that just have the big men. Yeah. Yeah. That's a good point.
But I'll give it to the Thunder in 6.
Yeah, I think the Thunder win also in 6. I'm going to say 6.
Okay.
Hopefully Russell plays well.
Yeah.